Looks like I have a bad connection today, so please bear with me. I do have some iPods for sale. Multiple earrings and necklaces, rings. I also have a drone, $300 drone for sale for $100. And all the proceeds that I get will be going back into buying not as much jewelry, but more substantial jewelry to be sold. Oh, goodness. I did finally find one thrift store that I picked up about 4 necklaces from, and those are featured. Let me go ahead and kind of munch on this while I'm kind of sorting this out. And then I will go ahead and give you prices on things, and when you go back to watch the video, you'll know I will be posting this on YouTube as well. So hello all my YouTubers, this is LaSonia at LaSonia's Couture. I've been really sick off and on this summer. I get started and then my health would go bad. I get started back and then my health would go back. And I did finally get a regular primary care doctor, and she sent me to a cardiologist. And I went through some testing recently. Come to find out, I do have CHF, which is congestive heart failure. He said common heart failure because there's different strains of that. And I'm like, well, congestive is congestive, dude. You know, my mother died of it. It's very brutal, and I don't want to die of it. So, he put me on medications, and so now I'm on 3 different heart medications. And I don't know if it's that's been making me weak, or if I caught the flu when I was in there. But it's been pretty rough. So I don't know how long I'll last tonight. So I do want to give you a really quality show. I am not going to be pricing any of this. If you want any of that priced, you have to come into my show. There will be another one on Thursday, even if it's for 30 minutes. I'm going to try to take a nap before I go on to see if that'll help. I am working towards hopefully getting my weight down and then getting my knees fixed, and that way I can work some. Or I'm also, the other pathway is doing medical billing. I've done it before. It doesn't pay the greatest, but I won't be running around giving medications, etc. I'll just be doing data entry and stuff like that. That I can do. That was kind of my backup plan anyways, when I got older and could not work as a nurse any longer. Okay, I just have to, actually I was in school 4 years ago when I found out my mom started going bad. And it wasn't but, I'd say about 6 months later that she passed. And I just was having a tough time Since then, COVID hit, it just became increasingly impossible for me. So that's why I came back here. I miss my grandchildren dearly. I got a letter from their other, my daughter's husband's mother. And anytime I needed to go see the kids, I had to go there to her house, which I really hated. She used to be really condescending to me, and I just kept calling her down for it. And I didn't care if I was in her house or not, because, there's reasons. So I didn't really care going there, and then I lost my ride, and then, it was really hard. You talk about hitting bottom, girlfriends, gentlemen, I definitely did that. I hit bottom, moved here, and I said I'd never move into a mobile home, but my brother gave me this place to live in all by myself for virtually nothing. And it's not anything special, I can promise you that, but I do have my own room for my jewelry, my own room to sleep in, and my own bathroom, even though it's what I call the bathroom from hell. It has to be redone. It's really bad. You can barely call it a bathroom. There's no vanity. We had to take it out. It was leaking, and somebody had made it. It was not functional. And then also I had to replace the toilet. And the tub is fiberglass, and it has a crack in it, so the water is draining out through the bottom. And hopefully we can work on that towards the end of summer coming up. But anyways, I can still take a shower and everything, so I can't complain. And I do have hot water. That's good. We've got the kitchen sort of situated. At least it's functional. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it functions. And as I go, we will make it better. I had to do that in a house that I moved in here in Tennessee when I first got married. And my husband and I were married for 4 years, but I never saw him because I was in school and he was doing his procurement in his position, and I had no idea that, he didn't have to be there all those extra hours, probably at somebody else's home. And so once I found all this out, we had been married about 12 years, and I was like, no, I can't. Nope, if that's the kind of lifestyle you want, there's the door. And he had also hurt my daughter, and it was a retaliation. He's very passive-aggressive. Retaliation. And, yeah, so, it's unfortunate that the marriage went that way. But you got to be loved. Both partners have to love each other. And I loved him dearly, but what I was getting reported back about what he was saying about me was horrific. So, and it was actually him doing all the things he was saying that I was doing. And so nobody liked him. Everybody was mad at him. And the more they got mad at him, the more that he would hurt me. So, and the kids. So it's time for him to go. Anyways, that's my long story. And so I'm single. I'm out here, rural Tennessee. I'm on a road that doesn't have a light. Matter of fact, I don't see the street light that we have in front of our house. Yeah, we do. It's just super dark tonight. We live at the end of sort of like a cul-de-sac. There's a road that goes out, but it's pretty much the neighbor's driveway that goes up onto the mountain. And so I kind of wish they had their house further up, because then I wouldn't have to see all their trash. It's here in Tennessee, there's not any HOAs in rural county area. And there's people who take advantage of that, and they will just throw their trash in a big pile or all over the place. And yeah, it's not good. Not good. It's not healthy for anybody, and it's not good for them either. So I've got that to the right side of me. And in the summertime, I don't see it because the leaves are up, which is nice. And across the street, there's a mobile home that's abandoned. And on the left side of me, there's a little road that goes behind us. And there's one mobile home that's abandoned and two others that they're not horribly bad on the outside, but they're really cluttery. And then there's a couple more houses on this road that has a lot of like small engine type things, and they're all in their yard. And you know, they don't even go to their house. They'll bring that trash down in their truck to the street and just throw it in a big pile right by the street. You know, and nobody picks it up. So it's just really sad. I don't know if there's anything we can do about it, and I definitely don't want them to hear who said anything about it, because I've been through that before. Never fun. Anyways, moving on. Let's get back to the jewelry. And how I'm feeling tonight. I am not feeling well, as you can tell. I'm excited about selling to you and having this video, so I'm just going to look at this as a pre-recorded video if nobody comes on. Be more than happy to help you buy, you know, to put some things aside for you and bill you, but I need to build up my clientele, and then I'll take this recording and I'll put it on YouTube, on my channel there. And so now that we found out what's wrong with me, and my heart and my blood pressure now is under control. So basically what they were saying is that I was in AFib all the time, because one side of my heart was in AFib and the other one was pumping normally, causing a backup, causing my blood to pressure to go high. And in Colorado, it wasn't that high. It didn't peak until I got here, and I was going back and forth. It was normal, then it was high. It was normal, then it was high. And then towards the end of the summer, it started getting really bad. Every time I took my blood pressure, it was over 140. And the last time I had it took, before I started taking my medication, it was like 170, which is hospitalization time. And besides being short of breath, I really didn't notice. So it's something that's probably been coming on slowly for a long time. So I have some of my pretty red things out here. I have more up in my display shelf. If you are interested in any red holiday items, a lot of people go to Christmas parties, or they used to have a lot of Christmas parties. I don't know. I haven't heard of any in a long time. And then, of course, or your, oh my goodness, New Year's Eve parties. This here is actually red clip-ons from the 50s from Japan, 40s or 50s from Japan. This also is a vintage necklace. It's gorgeous. It's more, this one's more around the 80s, 90s. And I have those that have been from an earlier age. I think this one's probably from the 50s. This bracelet is so cool. It's hinged. And this is the way that they made them. They, couldn't hide this. This is lucite. It does not bake a light. I did test it. But I think it's just really cool. And it's smaller. This is going to be 6'7". I have an 8, and I'm filling this up really nice. So maybe a 7 would be good, and then it'll dangle a little bit. But it's unusual because it's from, you know, it could even be from the 40s. I wouldn't think it's any earlier than that because of the mechanism in it. But this is really nice. And this, of course, this does have wear. It's going to have wear. And that way you know it's that old. I always can plate that over again with the plating that I have. But, you know, I really like, it gives an authenticity, I think. And so I don't want to, I haven't done it, and unless it's requested, I'm not going to fix that. Okay, so these things are all for sale. Also, my iPods. It was a gift last year to me, and I haven't used them. I forgot I had them. And so those are a $200 pair, and I'm asking $80 for those. And then I have a beautiful drone. It's a $300 drone. I ended up getting 2 of them by mistake. And so I'm selling the second one for $150. So $150 and I don't know, $80 to $100 depending. Okay, if there's more than one person who wants it. Now the things that you see that were highlighted this week is this nice gold, old gold tone, and this is 80s, circa 80s. All of this is glass and metal. These little flowers are metal, which I love them. I think they're so cool. And this here is your this is like a decorative glass with inside of, so these are hard, they're like lamp work, okay? They're not your wedding cake, but these are probably equally as hard to make because they're making a wedding cake and then they're encasing it in a clear crystal. So these are gorgeous, and this piece here is just so beautiful. I just loved it when I saw it, and all of these are glass. Nothing in here is fake or plastic. And so I grabbed it. It does not have a hang tag. I'm trying to measure it right now. I think it's 36 inches. So you can double this one. And so that would be really cool. You can do it any kind of way. And let me put this down here. I want you to see how beautiful this is. Let's see. Do I have a white background for that? Not really. I guess I could use printer paper. Hold on just a second. I'm going to turn some more lights on. And I only have 25 pieces. I'm not going to go through any more than that because I'm already starting to feel kind of queasy. If you're interested in any of these featured pieces, you can actually email me at my business email, and I'll write that down. So that is okay. you'll be able to see this a little bit better. It's kind of too heavy. Hold on. You can kind of get a better view of this. Want those flowers switching over. There we go. So you've got white, red, green inside the glass. You see how pretty those are. Let's see if this can zoom in. Ah, there we go. There's one right there. You can see how pretty this is. Well, I need cardboard, apparently. I just leave it like that and then hold this up. It's a little bit better. But you can see how pretty these are. And it's gonna hang so nicely with the 37 inches that you have to work with. And what is there, a 2 or 3 inch extender? Even still, yeah. There's a really nice extender here. And like I said, it's not marked, but it is a really nice piece. And very festive. Very pretty, I love it. I used to wear red a lot because my mother wouldn't let me wear it. She thought it represented a loose woman, so, which is really sad. And you can hear it clank. These are all, except for the little flowers are, you know, they're a stamped metal. And it's really cool because they're kind of felt rubbery feeling on the outside, some kind of coating. It looks like metal to me. Anyways. On this one here, I'm asking a price of, because this is, you know, I've never seen one like this ever. I'm asking $65 for this piece. If you buy more than one piece, of course, I'm going to give you discounts. Okay, and you can always email me and let me say, well, Sonia, I want that really long, red crystal, red and clear crystal flower necklace. I don't know which one you're talking about. Okay, and then of course there's this one up here, which has what we call moon glow. You can see this one here. It is glowing. It reminds me of angel's breath, we used to call it, or angel skin, which actually was fiberglass, and found out it was toxic, and so they stopped making it for Christmas snow. But some of these are acrylic. You've got some glass beads here, and then you've got your, you know, your older style moon glow. I think it's extremely lovely. And I'll give you a price on that if you're interested in buying that, okay? Yeah. Let's see if I can get this back to where it needs to go. Sorry, I don't like moving around a lot. Now, these are Monets. Both of these are Monets. I have had these sitting around for a while because nobody wants to buy them. And look at this. I mean, really. Come on, guys. Where's that bracelet? You got bracelets, you've got earrings. And I have to say that Monet, not Napier, but Monet has the best coatings. Look how thick this gold tone is. Your silver tone is going to be the same. But what I like is that after a while, back in the day, I'll put some rubber things on here. I lost one of them when I was taking a picture of it. These haven't faded all these years. In what, 45 years? In 45 years, these have not faded. And gold is, used to fade very easily. I'm not sure why they just couldn't get it to stay. Now this here is a precursor. This is what they were using when they were getting away from the hooks and the spring rings. This is like the very first lobster claw. Now, I'll be honest with you. I love these. I think they're better than the lobster claws. They hold better. They're easier to grasp. They're just better all the way around mechanically. And they don't, as you can see, after 45 years, it is still going. And look at this. Look at the premium, the shine on this. And we call this a cobra. This cobra style chain. Am I an expert on the 80s? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Why? Because I was in my 20s. And in my 30s and the 90s. Now, these are separately priced. These are $45. Now, I may change it next time, so I'm not going to put the price on it. You can put in your description of what you're wanting. You can say, this is called a triple doublet. Is it doublet? I don't know. Anyways, it's something. And, or just say it's the hook earring. If you put down that it's the red lipstick earrings, and I'll know, because that's what I call this. This is lipstick red. Very beautiful. And in perfect condition. $45 for these. And it says Monet on them. And this one here, I hate to sell this for anything lower, since it is vintage. It's probably more like the 70s, transitioning from 60s, 70s to the 80s. I'm going to ask $45 for that chain as well. And I don't mind that I don't sell it, because I use it to put other pendants on to display for you guys. So that one is very useful for me. Okay, so there you go. If you want to this piece, it's $85. $85, $45, and $45, okay? I'll put that away. So pretty much what I have tonight is circa 80s. And, yeah, I've got some really nice 80s pieces, and I really love it. I was actually looking on the site that I got some of these pieces on, and they came in big boxes. This one didn't, but it came in big boxes, and oh my goodness, yeah. The pieces that they have now are just so sad. It's like before, and you have to bid on all this stuff. And what I like to do, what I'd love to do is get to the point where I can go down to Florida and bid on things in a big auction house and get in there and get stuff firsthand right after they pass. So be able to get an entire estate of jewelry. That's what I'm looking to do eventually. Okay, now this set, I'm going to pull this back a little bit. There we go. Go back. There we go. So this here is beautiful. This is Erica Lyons, high-end. You'd find this at Belk or Macy's or whatever, Foley's, whatever you had at the time, okay? Jocelyn's, and in the 80s. And never worn. This is new old stock. And you've got 3 layers of this 3-tone metal. It's still on its paper. So EL, if you ever get an EL, usually they're cut out and a circle. If I had one to show you. This is the older Erica Lyons. And the ones that I have a few, but they're newer. Would have come after this. I don't have one in here. So I have one on the wall here somewhere, but I have to dig it out. Just looking to see if I can see one really fast because the tags are big. Okay, well, that's okay. So I'm asking $65 for this. It has 3 layers. This is probably 16, 18, and 20. This is really, feels good. It's like a fuzzy. And then here's your security. Now this, what did I say? Actually, this one's 55. What did I say? 65? Oh, God, I don't even know. I'm so tired. So this is 65. This one here was 32 back in the day. $32 in the 90s. I mean, that was like $300 to me. Or in the 80s. In the 80s, I made, and that was pretty average, I made $2.60 an hour. Yep, and I was a manager. $2.60 an hour. So that tells you, you know, the price range was high. And I'll get this close so you can see it. Let's see if I can get it to focus, everyone. Oh, there we go. EL by Erica Lyons. $65 for this piece. So pretty. I mean, it's old new stock. It's a 45-year-old necklace that has never been worn. $65, I think, is fair. You're not going to find this anywhere else, especially in this shape, okay? It's never been worn. Brand new. Okay, here's the 2 other pieces that I got. Oh, there's another tray over there I have to go grab. So these look the same. And look at this. You guys remember Gloria Vanderbilt pants from Kmart? And she was the high-end jewelry and designer at that time. And I've seen a few come by, and she made them thin, like very boxy, like a guy who has no like curves. Because I could never wear her jeans. Because I always had curves. So here's her logo. First I thought it was Swarovski. Where is it? There we go. So it's a little swan. And I love that logo. I kind of wish that I could use that on my jewelry. That's what I would love to have, is a swan. Gloria Vanderbilt. I think she was a model. But the Vanderbilts actually are from North Carolina and not too far from here. And they have that big mansion there in, where is it called? I can't think. Here in North Carolina, and I live fairly close to it. I'm like sorta to the east of the middle of Tennessee's lower border. Weird, right? So, where Tennessee and Georgia meet, if you go a little bit more west, you got Alabama there, and they call it the tri-state area. That's right past Lookout Mountain, and where they had big Civil War. Yeah, there's quite a few battlefields around here. A lot of history in this area. And I went to high school here, so I had to learn all that. I spent 4 years watching Gone with the Wind for 4 hours every single year in history class. We all had it memorized. Okay, anyways, these are beautiful. If I can get it to lay down right. I need to take it off and let it untangle. After all these years being on, this card is tangled itself. Okay, probably they never even paid any attention to it when they put it on here. And I'm sure it was hand done. This would come as a card and they just folded it over. So if it was twisted, they just left it. I used to sort jewelry at a high-end jewelry store here. It was called Ardennes. And we had a diamond cage and all this stuff. And high-end houseware. And electronics. We had red carpets and chandeliers. Yeah, we sure did. Okay, now. So I've got the back showing, and I've got the front showing. Okay. If I can back this up a little bit. Why is it kind of getting... the lighting still stinks in here. It will until we get the electricity fixed. We've tried everything. It's going to have to just be a separate breaker brought down through here and strung up into the walls. Okay. When we do that, I will have extra stuff put in. Okay. But gotta get a job first. Now, for those, I want, they're not as substantial. So I'm thinking 45 each. Let's go down. There we go. So 45 each on these. And look how nice they are. And, you know, nothing's come off. Not one stone. This is how well things are made in the 80s. Now, every bit of one of these stones would fall off if they bought something for the price that this is for $28. So I want 45 each for these. If you want both, actually I should go 55, but if you want both of them, I'll take $10 off, okay? I'll take $10 off if you want both of these for 45 each. Okay. Again, all you have to do is email me at lasoniascouture@yahoo.com and let me know you want the Vanderbilts. I will send you, you have to give me your information so I can send you a button. I had some things sold, but every time I try to go on and fill out her name, or it would ask for her address, I'm like, I don't know where her address is. And I've asked and asked and asked to the point I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry, it's going to have to be sold to somebody else. I can't do that. This is beautiful, and this one I believe is only a 14-incher. Let's see. Yep, 14 inches. No, 8 and 8, 16. 16 inches. I think it's beautiful. I haven't really offered it. I think this is the first time I've actually put it up for sale. I just love this. This is the teal blue and carnelian red The 80s teal blue. Yes, this is another 80s piece. And this comes with, so it's a semi-pure, what is that? Not when it's the whole set. That would be earrings, the bracelet, and so Grand Pure would be all of it. What is 2? Oh, anyways. I love these because they're so petite. And instead of making a bigger version of this, they just left it the same size. And these are going to be so comfortable to wear. They are clip-ons. It does not have clip-ons are usually bigger. These are small, petite, gorgeous clip-ons, and there's no name on these. I have searched and searched and searched these. No name. But look how beautiful, and the quality is stunning. This reminds me here, and you can see where it's welded. It just reminds me of Juliana. This is how she builds her bracelets. But she uses rectangle. I'll show you one day. I've got 2 pieces I think are Juliana. But neither one are marked. But it has all of the characteristics. Okay, so that set is $85. Okay? $85. And that's firm on this. Like I said, I've had it a long time. I think I've had it for 2 years and I just couldn't bring myself to sell it. So now I'm ready. And we'll go ahead and sell that piece. Now this, what did I do that? The other one, oh, there it is. So the little piece here, the Florida, whatever you call it. I had that pinned to the bust. You can do this too. You can pin it to your shirt. And then you're going to take your chain and you're going to put it, you're going to pin it and you're just going to hook this up underneath it like that. Leave it a little loose so it'll kind of, have some give so you're not pulling the front of your shirt up. But that's what I have. That was that necklace. You see how versatile this Monet piece is? Now this piece right here is not a Monet. It's just a generic brooch, but it's a nice one. It's a nice one. Okay. It may have been used at one time, but I don't see any wear on it. Came from some guy that wanted me to try out his jewelry. And I did. And I got a bunch of things. That's crooked. I think that's probably why I had a hard time making it straight. There we go. All right. So that little brooch there can be yours for $25. I have one more piece here. And then I think I will offer this and this one just because you kind of go with this things. The moissanite that I had out, that I took pictures of, I do have. I do want you to let me know which one you want, this single pendant or the set of earrings, God, what was there? Those 4 pieces to it. Anyways, that one is really expensive. So I don't want to freak everybody out. This here is also pave moissanite. Pave moissanite. This is 18 karat gold over silver. 18 karat gold over silver. I got this from a high-end silver dealer. Then you've got the chain is the same. It is silver, but it's diamond cut to make it look like it's diamonds, but it's not. Okay, it gives it a little bit of shine there. It looks like it's kind of pave down through there, which is really the style right now without having the weight of all the extra stones. Very nice clasp, and I mean very nice. Okay. This one's a good high price too, so it's over $100. So I am, because the chain is heavy. It is a 22-inch chain. The pendant alone was pretty expensive for me. You know, this, I bought the pieces separate and put it together. But if this is something you're interested in, let me know. The lion head pendant, and this is moissanite. If you know anything about moissanite, moissanite is actually as hard as diamonds, maybe just a itty bit under, but the sparkle of the moissanite pieces, the diamond shapes or stones, is more. The refraction is higher. So you have more of a shine with these. Now these might be rhinestones, I'm not sure, but I think he said all of it was moissanite. And I do have some black moissanite. Okay. A lot of times men like this. Or ladies who love big jewelry. Okay, I love this. It's so pretty. Very, very nice. Okay, I had that in this bag. Now, I'm going to show you these two pieces that are $35 each. This is a lariat, and it's quite long. Snake chain. It's just silver tone, gold tone, and with crystals. I think it was pretty because these little roses hang at the end of each of the laces. Okay, and underneath there you would pull it. You can see right there, pull it so you can make it longer. So to get it in this package, I had to wind it up. It's quite long. Okay, brand new, $35 on that one. This one here, same thing. Now this one, again, is gold tone. Beautiful, giant faux pearl. I just love this. And look how gorgeous that enamel is. So this looks very high-end. It's made really well. Where this guy gets these, I don't know. I was quite surprised. This is holding your pearl. It's probably screwed into the pearl, or that is like a nail. And, yeah, it's toggle, which is really cool. Easy to put on, easy to take off toggle. And this one is going to be, that's going to be an 18-inch drop. Look how gorgeous that is. I love it. And if you want some trinket boxes, I've got some trinket boxes that go with this. That run in that black enamel category with clear crystals. Okay, I've got 3 of them matching. If you bought all 3, I could sell all 3 for $100. And I can throw in, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I can throw in one of these necklaces. Where's the other one? They're pretty. Three trinkets. This one just opens up. Nice to put a ring in or earrings. Look at that beautiful yellow. This one opens up. But surprise, surprise, its wheels turn. It's like a regular car. Look at this really cool headlights. I just love this one. And that detail in the back. So cute. Then this little purse. I love little trinket purses. I found one for like less. It was like $1 at the dollar store or at the thrift store. Took it home, and I swear to God, people fought over it. And I was like, I can't get another one, but I can definitely sell you this one. Anyways, typically I sell these for, this one's $40. These are usually 20, 30 each, depending. And then I could throw in this beautiful necklace with it if you bought that, all three, for $100. I might even throw in this little tiger brooch. Look at that. Okay. We'll do a bundle deal on that. If you've got nieces and they all like the same thing, you can get them one, each one a different one, and it's matching. So they can feel like it's, kind of that ownership of, yeah, they know me because I have one too, kind of thing. And this one's really cool. I was looking at it today. It's Anne Klein. Yeah. Anne Klein. This is from the 80s or 90s. And none of the little rhinestones. Sometimes it's too small for me. But sometimes one little bangle on a small wrist is stunning. When I was younger, I didn't wear large jewelry. I was pretty petite in a sense. I was only 120 pounds for years until I had my first child. And then I went up to 130. And I stayed right about 132. So I gained 10 pounds. And then when I had my second child, I got sick in between my first and my second. And my second child, I was bedridden, and I gained a massive amount of weight. And I got all of it off, except for 20 pounds. So, here's another little something that'll be coming up in the future. I have it sitting here, so I'm going to show it to you. I love this. Great. It's two-tone. I love three-tone. I never did when I first started selling jewelry. But I love two-tone, three-tone jewelry. Very, very, very big thing in the early 90s and then in the 80s because it's classic, right? One of the colors you're going to love, the others complement it. So it's really very sustainable and minimalist because you're not buying 3 different necklaces, you're buying one. This would be beautiful to wear to the office. Probably what I'll be doing if I have to go work in the office when I go through my medical terminology. I decided I'm just going to do that because I can't seem to get a job as a nurse here. They're expecting me to work very awful jobs, I'll be honest with you, in very awful environments. And I've had it with that. I'm done. I'm over it after 16 years of it. Like I said, My health is not good anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to show you these real quick. They were featured. And then I'm going to shut down for the night. And you could, like I said, email me. If you need me to call you, I can, or text you. But I will be texting you that. So all of it. Oh, where's that other? I don't know why you didn't do that. Doesn't look good in that box. You guys have to bear with me on that one. Where is it? It's not in there. You all silver. I bought myself a giant ruby. I'll just show it to you. I thought it was going to be bigger. But that's okay. I'd much rather have it bigger than as thick as it is. It's too, I think, deep. Everything in here. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what I did with the other pieces. I have them. But I took those pictures right when I was getting sick. And so, the pictures of the moist night. It's here. I just have to find out where I placed it. Okay. This is 925 and moist night. I think I have earrings and I have a whole set. What in the world did I do with it? I need to get in here and redo all this because I was working with it. My display, my busts, I have to take them out of my display case and work with it and then put it back. What in the world? I will be making some jewelry. I do have natural pearls, and I would like to make some dangly pearl earrings and things. Something a little different than I made before. And I'll have those for sale for summer, I think. It'll be fun. Now this is really beautiful. It is an oval shaped diamond. And it is an eternity. I believe it's a size 7. I've been trying to get, I actually ran up on a fraudster. He was trying to sell me rings that were supposed to be 925 in gemstones. And I couldn't get him to meet. Yeah, it's a little over. You could probably like a 7 1/8 and wear it. Oh, not a real tight 7. I'll show you. So that's 6. And that's 7. Okay. I'm a 10. I'm way on down there. So big sausage fingers now. Anyways, it's beautiful. It's comfortable. Okay. This is a lot of carats of moissanite. Matter of fact, I don't know what I did with it. But I can tell you it's a lot of carats. And moissanite has gone up since I started buying it. Even like a 0.25 of a carat is $100. So 1 carat's going to be $400. 1 carat would be $400. So this right here, I'm asking $125 for. I know I'm selling it really cheap, but I don't want to, you know, because I don't have the proper measurement of the carats or any certifications. I'm just going to sell it for $125, okay, or $150, right in that area. Now these are gorgeous. These are the rose gold with halo, and this is a really nice. You can see how beautiful that is. These have not been worn, and it is a screw-on, and you can see the sale price on this is $350. It is 2.3 carats. 2.3 carats of moissanite. And so for these, I want $150 for these. This is an absolute insanely gorgeous moissanite. It is 925. It is a huge moissanite. I think this, when I went back and looked, I got this from a jeweler, and it was something like 5. I would think it would be 5 or 6. This is a big piece. I have a 5 on, and this is a tiny bit bigger. So it could be a 6, and then of course your additional moissanites around it. Get this dang light. I've broken my screen and it's darker than what it should be. And I think part of it too is, let me see if I can brighten it. Part of it too is that it goes on this automatic night mode. Well, okay, we don't need that. You know, I need it to be bright so I can see. So, let me see if I can get it to come up. Yes, I know there's no notifications. I just cleared them all. Come on. Open up for me. What are we doing here? Oh, there it is. Okay, now. Here. It's almost all the way off. Good night. I don't know, does that help, ladies? I mean, I can see it better. But if that helps, I'll try to remember to increase that light. It just kept going darker and darker and darker. And see, it's going dark again. I don't like this phone. This phone came with this program, and I really didn't want it. I've got a perfectly good one sitting over here, but I have to pay it off first. Yeah, one of those situations. So you can see how beautiful this is. Okay. So this one's about a $600, if not more. Probably $1,000. This is not silver. I had to add this on, or was it added on? It might say 925 on here. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this one is silver. Silver here, bail, and our, you know, the pendant, silver, and the chain is as well. Let me see how long it is. It's probably an 18-inch. They usually don't give you 16 inches anymore because people don't have that. Yes, a 16 or a 14 anymore because, and then it has a an extender. Well, I had the extender out, so maybe it's a 14, and then all the way out is a 16. Because people's necks are not as thin as they used to be. Okay? I'm just throwing that out there. This piece here is going to be a Japanese piece. Usually when you have that flat back like that, and it's braided, it's vintage. It is AB or Aurora Borealis glass crystals, and on the end of these are another crystal or rhinestone on the end of each one of these. Very different from some of the other ones that I've got. And it's all there. And this one is, because it cost me a lot of money to get this, because it's different. I'm asking $85 for this piece, this brooch. And then this is also a small little moissanite. I have bigger ones, studs, and I'll probably remember where I put them yesterday just because I'm just getting over being sick. So a little tiny if you want some for a daughter. It is moissanite. It is $9.25. And like I said, it's worth $100. I'm asking $55 for this one. Okay, $55. If you get more, if you get 2 or 3 pieces, I will consider discounting. Anyways, I'm worn out already. And thank you so much for coming in. And I love, love, love. Now you can see this a little bit better. Love this. It is moissanite. It is $9.25. I checked it on my Presidium. And it comes up as diamonds. And that's what moissanites do. Like I said, they have the higher refraction, means it's shinier. And then it's almost as hard as a diamond. So it's very, very, it's right underneath the diamond in hardness. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in. I don't want to bore you anymore. Please, like I said, please email me here if you want any of this. And of course, I'll have it available for you on Thursday night. All you have to do is ask. All right, we'll talk to you then.